it's an evil thing from that man.
He reacted very soon. He just put all the Bibles just in the back control. Some Christians or some churches be destroyed by government. Have you ever seen that kind of news? You see that, right? Yeah, that's truth.
It's not like what we always think of Canada, right? It's just like the way. It's just like the way we think of China.
Young people were fighting against the government.
Awake people that it's not right to still lock down us in our house.
What should you think? What should you behave? The government want to control the people's thoughts.
We didn't.
We didn't take it
because
we didn't believe it.
I'm sorry, but I'm actually stunned. I didn't know, we didn't practice this beforehand. So you're in Wuhan, China.
But we didn't take it.
And you didn't take the vaccine.
When I was in Denver about 3 weeks ago, I met two women fresh off the boat from China. The whole interview is worth your time. We cover COVID, lockdowns, the shots, what was happening in China, what they think about Canada, facial recognition, digital ID. We cover it all. Everything you wanted to know about China, we cover in this interview. I hope you guys enjoy this and appreciate the risks that these very brave women are taking to bring this information to you. Enjoy.
I'm here with and but we're gonna edit out the names for privacy.
Okay.
And can you tell us where are you from?
We are from China.
China, yeah.
And how long have you been in the United States?
For
a short time.
5 days, almost 5 days.
Yeah.
Is this your first time to the United States?
Yes.
Sure.
And prior to that, have you spent your whole life in China?
Yeah.
Do you want to say which city in China that you're from?
Actually, Wuhan, yeah.
Wuhan.
Everyone just know that, right?
It's very famous. It's
Wuhan,
a start.
Hubei province. Yeah. COVID. Yeah, original.
What's the first thing that you think about when you think about Canada?
Well, to be honest, in my mind, some of my friends just moved to Canada and just work there and maybe study there. So I think it's a really nice place if they want to choose there. But for me, well, before I went to America. Actually, I think about Canada because I want to go there too. But the people here are really friendly. I think it's a really free country. That's why I want to go there and have a trip or maybe have a study experience there. Yes. How about you?
I think the weather there is very cold, and some of my friends have been there for study or for work, and they think that's a good place, full of freedom, and also have a lot of rights, and have a lot of choice. Yeah. For me, I think Canada is maybe it's just like the United States is a country who have law, and people have a right, and people can pursue what they wanted to do in the future, whatever. Yeah, they just feel happy in their country, and they are proud of the country. Not to.
Oh, I know Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
In 2022, we had something called the Freedom Convoy, which was a bunch of truck drivers drove across the country. They were upset about the vaccinations for COVID, and they shut down our capital city for 3 weeks, and they shut down 3 border crossings to try and get the attention of the government. And the government didn't listen to them, and then ended up arresting everybody and putting them in jail.
Really? Wow.
They also canceled their bank accounts and people who gave money to the truck drivers. What does that make you think about Canada?
Well, when I heard about this, I think about China. Yeah, that reminds me of China because that kind of things happened in China almost every year or every day, because they don't think the government should protect people's rights. They just hurt people. and they want to control the people, and they don't care about what the people think about the world, the country they want to live like this. So actually, it's my first time to hear about this. I'm sorry for that. Yeah. And how about you?
So what's the result? And the government just apologize for the drivers?
No, they just put it into the jail, right?
Really? I just got shocked actually. This too shocked for me actually.
Yeah, just like China. Why?
Yeah.
In our mind, Canada is like America. They are a free country, right? So why did the government do things like this?
But you have the
Union.
your unit. They will
Protect the workers'
yes.
rights.
When the government said you have to get the COVID shot, many people didn't want to take it. But all of the unions, the government, we have unions that work with government employees and private company employees, like railroad workers, police, firefighters, miners. They all said you have to take the shot. So many of the unions that were supposed to stand up for people actually took the same opinion as the government. And that's why people were protesting, because nobody was representing them. And we have 5 political parties in Canada. All of them in the government had the same opinion. The protest was illegal and you cannot protest.
That's too bad. Because we heard, how to say that, in China we just suffer a lot from this. Yeah, because during the COVID, I cannot go out from my home, and I cannot go to my company to work, and I even cannot go to the park. I just stay at home for several months, and that's time I think I'm gonna be crazy. Yes, it's really hard. It's really bad for my mental health and my health, because I think the COVID is nothing. I can protect myself, right? You cannot take over my rights to go out, to go to the company, to live outside, right? So during that time, I think we just experienced several times this kind of lockdown. Yeah. So in China, some bad things happen, like some pregnant women, they just want to give birth, right? But they won't let you go. They won't let you go. They won't let you go to the hospital.
Even to give birth.
Yes.
And they just close the door, and they just lock the door.
I saw on Twitter there were many videos. There was videos of people falling over dead, and then there were also videos of the government was welding the door shut on apartment buildings.
Yeah.
Is this a true story?
Yeah, it's a true story. We cannot go out. And even the people that just had some bad disease, yeah, they just lose their family.
Do you remember my husband got cancer? So he needed to go to the hospital for the cure. But just because of COVID, then government didn't allow them to go to hospital because they didn't support the car. They didn't support the private car. Even private car, they don't want you to go there, to use that to go there. So our friend, that's very ridiculous. She just rode the bike to go to hospital for more than 6 hours just for her husband's cure. Because that's too dangerous for her husband if they don't go to the hospital.
What do you think caused the virus? Because there are many different ideas here. And what is the story that you believe? What's the story that the government tells you, and what's the story that you believe, if it's different?
Of course, I don't believe that government told us the American army take the virus to China, and then just American arms take it back to America, and around the world the virus just happened.
Right.
The government told us this. I don't believe that. I think that's really
ridiculous.
Yeah, really ridiculous. Yeah.
So just on that, so the Chinese government says that America released the virus in China and then spread it around the world?
They didn't, set on public, but they just, there's so many videos,
Some social medias,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
like the YouTuber in China, and they will spread this kind of ideas, thoughts to people.
Our government always think America's their the enemy. They just their government will hurt our people, and they just take up some job or right. Anyway, they don't like America. So in our social media, especially government social media, they will show the attitude, or even that's not very clear not clear, but we can guess that, or we can, or when we talk to our people around us, our relatives, our parents, and they do believe that America arms to that, So that's too bad for them. So as for the reason of the outbreak, the COVID. I don't know. Actually, some media, I heard about BBC, right? BBC? I don't remember. Just some media from America think that from our Wuhan's experiment lab.
Lab?
Yeah, 那个4A 实验室，4A experiment lab. I mean, they just do some laboratory. They do some research
Yeah,
about
so I also
virus.
heard about that.
Yeah, they think they
I think that comes from our.
Yeah, from our laboratory. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not from.
In Wuhan.
So
But the laboratory is from government's program. Yeah, but no evidence, right? No evidence from that.
Can I tell you some background on that?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
story here in America
Mm-hmm.
is that the head of the National Institute of Health, Anthony Fauci, was giving money, and this is a fact, was giving money to the Wuhan virology coronavirus lab to study the coronavirus. And the job that they were doing for this money was called gain of function, and that's to take the normal coronavirus and add something to it to make it to do something it didn't do before. And they talk about in the media here, that an American group was funding the Chinese lab, and then they think that the virus escaped from the lab, and that's how it ended up in the market.
I hope that it's not the truth, because that's really bad for our people. Because COVID caused so many people, that or the friends or the parents.
Do you know anybody who died from COVID?
As for my friends, no. And my relatives, no. Yeah.
Do you know anybody who knows anybody who died?
Around us, I think no. They just maybe had a bad effect after they had this. Right?
There's so many famous guys who just died from the COVID. Some writer, some musician, and some old
because
professor.
they're really old. Because they're really old.
Yeah,
right?
but they're old, but they did die in that COVID.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah.
But the people around us, I think no.
In Wuhan, we had really serious the air pollution. So
we
we wear
the masks.
Yeah, we wear the masks often.
And I think COVID is just okay. Everyone just had it, right?
Oh
And then
yeah.
we
Someone
get through
got
it.
the COVID, but they just cured very fast because we are young. Maybe we're young. We have good immunes, and I don't know. Yeah, but no one just had died from that COVID. But in some media, there's so many people have died. Yeah.
What about the shots? Do people talk about the shots in China? Is it controversial?
Shots.
Yeah, the
Vaccine. email.
Okay.
We didn't.
We didn't. We didn't take it
Because
we didn't believe it. I think it's no use. Just
we
the
don't
government-
believe the government, I have to say, right?
Yeah, just the government wants you to take it.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm actually stunned. I didn't know, we didn't practice this beforehand.
Yeah.
Can you explain more about this? Because this is really amazing to me. So you're in Wuhan, China,
But we didn't take it.
and you didn't take the vaccine.
Yeah.
Did you have a choice from the government?
To be honest, they will call you again, from the company to your family, to maybe government. They will call you again, try to ask you to do that.
Limiting your traveling. If you don't have that, you can't.
You cannot go to
anywhere.
some place or somewhere. But I think it's my body, right? I want to control my body. I just I don't want to take it because that kind of thing is also a virus.
Yeah.
So I don't believe it. I don't believe in the. Actually, I don't believe in the government. It's not believing in that.
Yes.
Were there stories in China of people getting sick from the vaccine?
Yeah.
Most of the people in China, they got shocked because this government's how do you talk about that? I mean, government just told people that you need to do that. That will protect you, and that's for your health, and that will prevent the very serious COVID,
I think
disease.
some people around us, because most of them just took this, right? And they told me that maybe some of them feel uncomfortable after doing that.
Mhm.
Yes, maybe about headache or some disease.
Fever.
Fever.
Further, and
Anything else?
injury, I mean sores about kings or anyway, they just feel
Something
very
like that.
uncomfortable, and government told them they need to do that to prevent the
Okay, I can tell you one thing.
second or third infection. So they believe government.
I can.
Did they tell you about waves? The
Yeah.
first infection and then the second.
Yeah.
infection?
We have more than 4 or 5.
Here they're talking about the 7th and the 8th.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
If I have to say, from the very beginning, the government really, I think government do something like, limit people's freedom, or just don't want people to go around, or have some very strict politics policy. We really understand that. Because we think that that's not government just want to hurt us just because they want to protect us. But even after all, the world all over the world just open the door just to think about this.
It's
COVID
not
is
a deal.
not a big deal. It's okay, but all governments still use this policy, strict, serious, and very bad policy to limit people's freedom. They don't allow them to go abroad for study, for work, and go to see the girlfriends or boyfriends. So, at that moment, I think government really did a bad thing for us because they limited our freedom. They take off our right to go traveling, to go to different places for anything, see friends, or visit my parents or grandparents. So from that moment, all the world just open. All the countries in the world just open the door, but we still in that very strict lockdown.
When did they let you travel from China? When was it open?
From maybe March.
March?
Yeah.
How many people in China got vaccinated? Are there many people like you who decided no?
No, I think only a few of us just didn't get this, right?
Mhm.
But most people will get it. Some worker in our in our family or around our family or around this city or around this district, right? The government will give them a number of people, just like I give you amount of 500 people. You have 500 people to get this. If you can't find it, I will give you some punishment. So, and that kind of people, they want to finish that number. and they will find someone to tell you, hey, buddy, can you find someone who didn't do that? If you can find someone, I will give some money.
Oh,
I like
maybe,
this. Yeah. Yeah.
maybe our government want a very beautiful
Number
Yeah.
to show that, to show all of the world that you can see that. Wow, we are so strong. A lot of people they just did it. Right.
And now in China, what is the situation now?
It's
become normal.
It's just nothing happened, you know what?
Nothing
Just
happened.
very, recover the used to be, and people just forgot about what the government have done to them. Before our government opened our door, I have to say to all of the people around the world, our students in Wuhan, the students from the university, they're really great. They just wanna, they just talk the slogan like they, break down the CCP. Do you know CCP?
CBC.
Yeah, CCP, yeah. And
The Communist Party of China.
and even they just got a lot of people together to prevent government strict COVID policy.
Young people were fighting against the government.
Yes. Most of them from the university students, and we have at that time we got a very popular video for more than 8 minutes about that. I mean, the students from Wuhan University, from other universities, also some students from Nanjing, from Beijing, from Shanghai, from other cities in China. These university students just get together to prevent what government had done to them, and it's just like the way to awake people that it's not right to still lock down us in our house. If some people have to see that video, they will think that Chinese people still have their way to fight for government. So I'm really proud of that video. Yeah, I would say.
What do you think about religion in China?
You can say at first actually. Religion.
Do you either of you, are you religious? Do you have a religion?
Actually, we have, but we can also say we don't have, right?
Yeah.
Because I think at first I want to say most people in China, they don't have a belief, right? They don't believe in the God. They don't believe in
some much more power than human. I mean, some
yeah.
just heard.
But actually, most people or many people in China, they believe in 佛教
Buddhist.
Buddhist.
Do you know Buddhist?
Buddhist.
But they believe that because they want to make money. Yeah, they just go to there and
Temple.
Yeah, they go to temple and make a
Money.
wish. They say, please, I want to make a lot of money like this.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
they want-
marriage. Yeah,
Yes.
I want to marry someone who fall in love and.
It's
please
really funny,
God.
but only in that time they want to go to the temple and they want to share
in
some.
Happy New Year. They,
Is it true that Christian people sometimes they have to hide, or Muslim people in China, do they have problems?
Of course, I think you can see some news from the, some Christians or some churches be destroyed by government. Have you ever seen that kind of news? You see that, right? Yeah, that's truth. Yeah, but for some people, they believe the God. They're Christians. They just hold the kind of meeting every week by themselves, by privacy.
Are they hiding?
Sort of.
I think yes.
I wanna share a story.
They don't want to show their real life worth. They show their belief in their how do you say, in just like we have the WeChat, right? And then we have the friend circle.
From friend moment.
Yeah, they just don't want to share this kind of things on their social media.
Yeah.
What will happen if they share that they're Christian?
People will think they are weird.
And also very scared about someone just find them. Yeah.
I think this year's people in China they think maybe this kind of things is not right, or it's really weird when you just be a Christian or have some believe in yourself or something like that. So I don't know why. I think one of the reasons is the government. The government want to control the people's thoughts. Yeah, they want you have the same thought about China, about the world. The ideology, what I think is the same. Ideology in China is really simple. Just like CBC said, what should you do? What should you think? What should you behave? Like this. So when the most people around you, they have the same idea, and you are not the same one. You are different. So they will think, wow, you're so weird. Why do things like this? So they will protect themselves, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they will show their life, the real life in the social media, in the foreign website, like Facebook, like Instagram, Twitter, like this, but they won't show them in the Chinese social media.
Just like I want to mention that I think why government prevent people to believe other religions like Christians or Buddhist or others, because government's really afraid of people get together. Because when they get together, they
cannot control them.
Yeah,
You have your own idea.
They got a power.
I'm afraid of it.
They got a power. They will talk to each other. They will discuss about each other, and they will create a power to prevent government. So they just limited people to believe some religions. And even I want to share my real experience, real story. I'm not a Christian, but I think I want to know more about that. So I just joined a meeting from the Christian family gathering, like something like this. And people sit around together to read the Bible. So at that time, we sing songs and play guitar and song the songs, thanks God, something this. So the guardian in China, the guardian or the policeman, they just knock on door. They think someone just very loud,
Noisy.
Yeah, noisy, and they just do something very different. I don't know why they.
The policeman just knocked the door.
Policeman, I think it's policeman because they were the unit, like policeman. But it's just like a guardian, because guardian always wear the kind of the unit. At that time I feel so nervous, and we just open the door. We don't know who just knocked on the door, and then just come back. One of our leader in the meeting, he reacted very soon. He just put all the Bibles just in the back, And at the time I just got so what happened? I didn't know what happened. But that leader is very sensitive.
It's very sensitive, right?
Yeah, it's really sensitive. Then the policeman just came in and asked, "What are you doing? Why is so many people around here?" They just think, I think you just did something bad for government or whatever. You need to explain why you're all here. Oh, I think that's very bad. And then our leader, one of the leaders, told the policeman that, hey, we are practice music, and guitar, and meeting some kind of party, but the policeman didn't believe us, so he just asked three of us show our ID, and then I think they just do some record about the ID, because we give the ID and they just say our names. Yeah, but that moment is very scared, because they think you're doing something, I don't know, very scared, yeah.
During COVID, during the lockdowns, they told people you cannot go to church.
Really?
Go to church?
Yes, but people went to church anyways. And here in the United States, I think there was one pastor in California, he was arrested. Another one in Florida was arrested. And in Canada, there were 15 pastors that were either arrested or detained for trying to have the church. What does that make you think about Canada?
Well, that way, just like the Chinese way. I feel a little bit familiar with it. It's not like what we always think of Canada, right?
Do
It's
you
just like
remember?
the way. It's just like the way we think of in China.
Is it true in China it's very hard to find a wife?
It's really hard to find a wife because the numbers of the men's the male
Male, women.
yeah
Mhm.
are much more
You mean female or male? Male, right?
yeah.
Okay.
The number of the males, I think, is much more. How much? It's about. I don't remember the number, but I think it's not in a balance, right?
Mm.
And also in this time, I think female just awake of their own, how to say, own happiness. They just want to
Independence?
pursue the happiness of themselves. It's not about to be a wife, to be a mother. They just want to be themselves. Yeah, so in China, most girls think, why do I need a marriage? I don't want to be a housekeeper. I don't want to be a wife. Just like I have to take care of all of your life, but you just go to work and go back home and sit here in the sofa and watch your phone and watch the videos and like this, and you do nothing. I do a lot of things. Why? I also have my own life. So I think most it's not most. A lot of girls in China just aware of this kind of thoughts.
And how about you two? Do you want to be married and have children with a nice Chinese man, or do you want to be single, have money, have career, and then maybe later get married?
I think at first we should find ourselves the value of our of life, and we should start our own career, and we have to find our business. Yes, because you have to be you, and then you can find another one. You two plus to be a better two, right? And then in that time, I think you can just get married with each other and to live a happy life.
This may be the reason why young people don't want to get married, because it costs a lot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really expensive.
So you have to pay money for childcare.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah. That's
uh,
very
It's
expensive.
very expensive, right?
Is healthcare free in China?
No, of course not. No.
No.
What happens if you are very sick and you have cancer?
Actually, we have the
You mean the 医疗保险, right?
the insurance
We have the medicine insurance, but most of the time if you got a cancer or
some bad disease. I think.
I mean, yeah, there are some medicine or some medicine
some treatment.
Treatment.
Well, not the government.
included in that in the Chinese medicine system.
So is there some medicine is free, some healthcare is free, and
Yes, some of them are free, but I heard someone think even they're free, but government just improve the price of the medicine. Yeah, so it seems like it's free, but it's not free.
do you pay taxes on your wages when you work?
Yeah, sure.
We pay for that, but government never let us know that we pay for that.
They give you your check and it says they took so much money for the government?
No, we know that we pay tax for government, but government they never educate people that we pay tax to them. I mean, that's a way to awake people.
If you go to work and you make 300 yen, okay, and then how much of that 300 yen goes to the government?
We have no idea.
Yeah, but I will never notice that because the Chinese people don't have this concept about you should protect your rights.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe the government, even they make some mistakes, you don't know that, and you don't want to find it. You don't have this kind of ideas to fight for your rights. Yes.
People didn't talk about the politics in China. Sometimes they seemed they didn't care about that, but I think the true reason is that they are afraid of government. They are afraid to speak something bad, So in their heart, they just full of scary. So they didn't talk about that. So because government is very big, have a lot of power. Yeah. Behind them, the army, and even we don't have any arm or any right or
any ways to protect ourselves.
Yeah, anyways to protect ourselves.
Do you know what? And I'm saying this in English from my understanding, so you might pronounce it different. But Tiananmen Square.
Actually, I have no idea.
Tiananmen.
Oh,
Yeah, we know that. We know much about this, but not everyone knows this. I think most Chinese
You mean
people.
the 1984是吗？Do you just talk about that? 1964. Okay, I know that.
It's really dangerous to talk about this in China. Yeah, even some words you can show it.
You can't find any information about the
Maybe a little more.
19
Yeah,
Past.
it's weird.
What do you think happened? What do you know happened?
It's an evil thing from them, right? It's how to say that. At that time, I think a lot of college students they are really brave. They have the braveness to
Fight.
they just want to make this country a better place or a better government or a better country. But at that time, I think government they are really afraid of that. They think they just wanna do something bad, but actually, I think those kind of guys they just wanna find a way to protect their rights, just like she just mentioned these days in Wuhan during the COVID, some
University
university students they just try their ways to express their ideas, right? I think at that time they also have the same feeling, just like what I mentioned. I love this country. I really like China. I think China is really beautiful. My family is there, right? My friends there, they're really kind. The people there, they're really great, and the culture there is really fantastic. I really love this country, but love the country and love the part that's not the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to say something bad for you. I want to say some ill of the government, because I want you to improve yourself, to improve the ways to control this country, to manage this country. But that man, were a lot of men like this, they didn't know that, or he's just afraid of this. Yes, I think it blood everywhere, and a lot of people they were killed. I saw some videos and some pictures, so I feel very, how to say, at first they're scared, and then I feel very upset. And during that time, after that time, I think the students in college, they are not that brave like this. They are afraid. They're afraid of fighting for something. Just like right now in China, actually, many people in China, they know that this country is not that good, the government is not that good, but they don't have this kind of braveness to fight for the future, to fight for the government, to fight for the better place. Yes.
I called it the social credit system. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
So
Social critical system.
It's like a Facebook or something, but it's managed by the government. If you do something good, you get a high number. If you do something bad, or you say something bad, or gives you a negative score. Is this real?
We don't have that actually. We don't have that kind of system, because the government is watching you only about the bad part. Yeah, if you just speak some ill of the country, or if you speak some bad things, or show some bad pictures or videos on the internet, they will find you. They won't lower the score. They just find you. Yeah. Yes, we know that sometimes. There are some people they just do something like this. They say something bad about someone, or they do something bad for this, and the government will find it and will control him or her. Yeah, that's true. But we don't have the credit score. Yeah,
I never heard about that.
just like what I said. They don't. They won't focus on the good things. They only focus on the bad things. What do you do?
okay.
Do you know what we call Xi?
She? Yeah.
Winnie.
We know that. That picture is
That's your freedom. You could, you know.
What would happen if you made this picture on social media?
You can put it on. You cannot show it on your social media. Yeah, it's very sensitive. The government is watching you.
Can you use Facebook and Twitter and YouTube in China?
That depends.
You need to use the VPN.
Yes.
You need to buy a VPN, and and then you can use all the app from the America or other countries here. We will use it because we think that's very important for us to know more about the world, except China.
When you go to a store or even a machine to buy a drink or some food, you don't need a wallet, you don't need a card, it just looks at your face. The camera looks at your face. Do you have this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the name of the system that uses your face?
It's connected to Alipay or WeChat Pay, like this. In every shop, I think in most shops in China, they have this kind of machine. They will show you can use it. Yeah, they encourage you to do that. But I don't want it. But I don't like it. I think it's not a.
Have you used it before?
Only in the hotel. Yes, actually, yeah, I remember that. When you go somewhere for traveling, like go to Xinjiang or somewhere like Yunnan, this kind of place, and when you go to the hotel and in front of that door, you have to scan your face and you put on your ID card and scan your face to make sure you are the one.
What kind of ID card do you have? Do you have biometrics on your ID card?
No.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
don't have one.
To get the card.
Yes, we need that. You have fingerprint and your facial, your scan like this.
What do you think about the future of China? Are things becoming better or are they becoming worse?
As you can see, we are here. As you can see, we are here.
Like the so many things, like you mentioned the Tiananmen Square, you know that Tiananmen Square. That happened in China several times. Whatever the COVID or some people want to pursue their happiness, then against government, then government just did hurt them. I mean, so many things happened in China. You talked about the Canada, the government did some things to hurt people, or they fight people against the people, right? But in China, it happened almost every day. We heard about that kind of news almost every day. So, in my opinion, I don't think our country will have some change. I mean, change does not come from government; it's come from people. Yeah, because like America is great. It's a great country, right? Why? Just people just fight. If government do something wrong, they will stand out and to fight for government. They have the awareness. They have the brave. I don't know, maybe something in the gene. I don't know. But in China, people not pursue the better future. They just want their family, their own, to be better. They don't care about others people, especially the weakness. They don't care about them. I mean, they just care about themselves. So it's very easy for people in China to make some satisfied from government. If they have good job, they have good payment, their family, the child could go to the good school. Yeah, that's okay. Even you take off some of my rights, or just in some point, you want to be shut up, I will shut up. I mean, they don't care about others. They think, So I think the social, some changing in one country is from the people. Yeah, sometimes people credit the government in return. Yeah, just like you mentioned that you're right from God. It's not from the government. Government is just administration. You give the right to them. to govern this country. If they did very that, and they even hurt you and they cheat you, people got a right to, get them out, whatever.
Yeah.
Change the government.
Yeah, yes. So I'm really desperate for our country.
What role do you think America has in the world? Is America an important country? And would the world be better or worse without America?
Well, I think America is a really important country in the world. Just like we Chinese always say, American country just like a policeman. Policeman.
International policeman.
Yeah, international policeman. Yeah, he just have to arrange all of things around the world, like we always said, right?
Mhm.
And I think whether the world is better or worse with this country, that depends on who will lead this country. Yeah, it's very important.
I think America always stand on the right way. I mean, this is very free country. People who pursue the safety here. Because whenever people in China they they got hurt by government, the America will accept them. So from this news, I think America is people's future. I don't know if it's right to say like that, but I do think compared to China, government in China, I much more believe the government in America. Yeah. So they give us the safety and always stand on the right way in the world.
Bye.
It's gonna be a very long video.
It's really long. How long is it? You see that guy? That's the guy in front of me. Wow, 1 and 15. Cool.
The noise of gunfire rose from all over the center of Peking.
But it's good because I think many people want to know. Many people want to know the answers.
Yeah, to be honest, I think the people in different countries they don't know the real things in another country. From the social media or from the government, I think that's not the real things.
I think this is a good way to let others know